Hey there guys, it's ID Slat here back with another video, and today we're taking a look at the 2023 Mega Halo UNSC Hornet Recon set. So let's jump straight into it, guys. So I think I can speak for a lot of people when I say that I was genuinely excited when this Hornet was revealed, and I'm still excited just having this thing here. So this is of course the Halo 3 Hornet. It's very detailed with several printed pieces. We have some UNSC logos printed on the front and back of the Hornet. And we also have Danger printed on the engine pieces as well. I think the guns look pretty good on this thing as well. You cannot shoot out of them, which I think is actually good because I think shooters would look a little bit goofy on this thing, especially being how small it is. And one of the main play features, or I guess gimmicks for this set, is this this piece right here, which actually allows you to adjust the engines. I think that was a cool touch. I'll be honest, that kind of detracts from the look just a little bit, but I'm not too mad at it for what it is. And both sides of the Hornet are pretty much identical. They have this red piece right here, which I believe is simulating like a caution sign towards the cockpit of the thing. And of course, you can put a couple of figures on here if you'd like. So you can put really any of your figures on here pretty easily. So they just grab onto this little peg right here. And that looks pretty good. I think the overall scale for this thing is pretty solid as well. And the rear of the Hornet may not be as visually pleasing as the front and sides, but I think it still looks pretty good overall. We can also see these blue translucent engine pieces they use, which I thought was a very cool touch. They just have you put those in there. You can also adjust these little pieces right here if you want to. And there's a close look at that UNSC printing right there. But overall, I think this thing looks good from just about any angle, and I think it's fairly game accurate. Now, you can also put a figure in the cockpit, of course. So to do that, all you have to do is lift up this cockpit piece here. Now that isn't game accurate. It actually, of course, slides open instead of, just going straight up like that. But I think for them going for a smaller size here, I think that only made sense. And I'll throw one of our figures in here. I'll use the ODST. I would recommend taking his backpack off because it's really tight in here. And there's also nothing for your figure to actually grab onto. Not a big deal, but just something to note. So yeah, you can kind of shove them in there. Again, nothing for them to grab onto. And they fit in there pretty good, I would say. Here's a look at the printed console piece inside of the Hornet. If I'm not mistaken, I believe this is actually a new printed piece, which is always good to see. I definitely appreciate that. And it's always nice to get a printed piece inside of the Hornet too. And for the sake of a size comparison, here is the Hornet next to its spiritual successor, the Wasp. They're about the same size. I think the Hornet's just a little bit bigger, but I think that is game accurate as far as I'm aware. The Wasp might be slightly oversized for its scale, but I think the scale is about right for these two things. And for those who are curious, here's a look at the bottom of the Hornet. Nothing special, but I figured I would show you guys it anyways. Here's a look at the Halo 3 form of Sergeant Stacker. Now the weird part about this character is he's not really part of the story. Like, he's not really in any of the cutscenes. He's just kind of in gameplay. But it's definitely cool that they gave us him in Mega form. I do not believe we've gotten him before. He comes with a very, very beautiful silver Magnum. And he has some printing on his legs as well. And his face printing is just great. His eyes are very crispy. And he has some good UNSC logo printing on his head as well. And he does follow the same colors and armor as the rest of the Halo 3 Marines we've gotten recently, which is good, of course. And you can also remove his cap here. I think you just like pull it up maybe. Yeah, and I'm not sure why you can do that because he doesn't even have a like a brain under there. So that was an interesting choice. I think they probably should have went the same route they did with the elite helmets for that cap there, so you could put it on other Marines. But I I guess that's cool. I don't really know why they did that, honestly. I think they probably should have just either given him one head mode or again, you know, just do what they did with the elite helmets and make it interchangeable with all the other Marine heads. But other than that, though, it was a cool touch for them to add that, I guess. This is the ODST Marine from Halo 3's campaign. We only see these guys like once or twice in the campaign. But I just have to say, I love the design for these Halo 3 Marines. Halo 3 was my first Halo game. And I was like 4, and I just have so many good memories of these guys in the campaign. Really good printing on his shoulders, and he has some camouflage printing on his lower, lower, lower arms and his legs, which looks great. No printing on his chest. I think that's just a little bit disappointing. I would have liked to see maybe like a paint application on here like they normally do with the rest of the ODSTs. But other than that, I think this figure looks great. His visor is crisp, and I think the color there is perfect. I think the gray is just a little, it's a little bit light. They're kind of more of like a charcoal, almost black in game, but this is close enough. They do not come with a backpack in game, but I think it was a great addition for them to add that, especially seeing that that backpack is a relatively new mold. So guys, that's a look at the UNSC Hornet Recon from Mega Halo. I just have to say, this is a great set. If I had to rate this thing, I would give it a 10 out of 10. Very game accurate. The figures are great, especially that ODST. I really wish they gave us 2 of those ODSTs. I wouldn't mind paying like a few extra bucks. Set retail for this one is $26.99. I actually thought it was $30, which would have been a good price either way, but $26.99 is definitely a great price in my opinion. You get 2 very detailed figures, and of course this beautiful Hornet. Honestly, I have no real complaints for this thing. I have like minor nitpicks about like Sergeant Stacker's cap and the ODST needing like a couple more prints on his chest, and a couple things with the Hornet, but overall, I really like this set. I have no real issues with it. This is definitely a great set for people just starting out with their Mega Collection too. It's a decent little build, not too expensive either. So yeah, that's my review here, guys. A lot of nostalgia in this set for me, being that Halo 3 was my first Halo game. I was very excited to find this one. I found it in Target for $26.99. It took a while. I know some people were able to get a hold of this thing in December. I wasn't able to find it for retail until like a week ago. But yeah, now you should be able to find it in Target, maybe even check Meijer or Walmart. I have also seen it for retail on Amazon.com if you guys want to get it from there. But yeah, overall, I would definitely recommend this set for pretty much anyone. Honestly, it's like the closest thing to a must-have for me. Not even just for Sergeant Stacker or the Hornets. I love that ODST Marine. He looks so cool. So yeah, guys, that's it for me. Feel free to let me know what you guys think about this set in the comments. As always, I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. Feel free to dislike the video if you did not like it and let me know why. And feel free to like the video if you liked it. I hope to see you guys in the next video as well.